So this is going to be one of those vloggy type of videos. Yes, I need to fix some paint on my house. But one of those vloggy types of videos. So if you don't like the ones where I just talk and wander around town, this isn't for you. It is Saturday morning, and what would you do on a beautiful Saturday morning? I'm headed to work because I have a whole bunch of stuff to catch up on at school, and I have a class I'm taking that I got to finish by April 30th. So I thought if I'm there, it's an online class, and I basically am listening to lectures and I'm doing some stuff based on those. So I'm going to get my lecture time out of the way. Oops. So I also put the videos on 1.5 times speed. They're awful. So I need that. And anyway, I'm kind of sorry I took the class, but since I did, I'm going to darn well see it through. I will probably, that's our town's old depot behind me, which is now a private home. I will probably do cleaning while I'm listening to the lectures, That's engaging but brainless enough that helps me actually focus on the lecture. A little trick I've learned, because this morning I was looking at pens on eBay and I'm just like, okay, yeah, this isn't working. Because you're on video, you need some kind of accountability, and don't have it. So when it's not engaging, I need something. So this is one of the little tricks I've learned to help myself engage. So yeah, here I am walking toward the school. There's a track meet out of town today, so the coaches and a few other people are here. Well, they're not here, their vehicles are. I teach in the second oldest part of the building, down here where the white goes around the top, kind of that corner there. Then we've got our second newest addition there sticking out. There's our middle school. Up on the hill is our newest addition on the oldest part of the building. I think I've taken you through the building before. Got to school here on Friday morning, discovered my key does not work on the front doors, but it works here. So if I'm talking to myself, I hope nobody else is around. There's doors open and stuff set out, but I won't see anybody. So we'll just come into my little cave. Stools are new. I actually have the stuff up on one of the things that's going to engage me during this class is some mopping the floor. Talk about why I'm mopping the floor some other time. And slightly messy desk. I actually had the students, we did a conditional simulation where one of the things was you had to, depending on if a certain condition was met, you had to pull a book off the bookshelf. So I had them leave them all there because this is my chance to reorganize the bookshelf and put the books back properly. So yeah, one of my projects for today. Okay, a few hours later, it definitely looks worse. But behind this is a huge amount of progress. So, and I got several more hours in on the class. So I am so glad YouTube has that option to fast forward. You're not fast forwarding me, are you? So time to head to the post office. It's open on Saturdays from 11 to 11:45. I just thought I'd show you. Got some senior announcements. Graduation is coming. Okay, I did discover I'm not alone in the building, so they may be hearing me talk to myself. But headed to the post office. I'm going to shortcut through the building, because why not? Walking past the gym here. This is kind of the more public part of the building. And I'll just show you a couple things, because I've taken you through here before. Cafeteria is over there. This is a project set up by my class, and I see batteries are going dead on some of them. I don't want to get too, ooh, my sign fell down. I'll have to fix that when I get some tape. But I see some batteries have gone dead, so I'm going to have to replace a few. This used to be the high school library, but it's now way back there by the doors, and it's kind of a big commons area. And then we're headed up into the middle school, which is kind of grades 8 through 4. This used to be middle school principal's office, but now Our technology coordinator has it, and the middle school principal has a proper office. And, you know, here's kind of the junior high part of the hallway. Yeah, it doesn't look like much. Not in the dark. You know, right here, these two doors are the middle school science lab. She's got better facilities than me. I won't go in there, but because it's more hers, but she's got a separate lab and classroom, which I would love. From the decorations all over the place, you can tell we're now in the elementary part of it. High school teachers just aren't as much fun, I guess. And these doors used to lead outdoors. And then you'd walk up an outdoor flight of stairs up to the elementary wing. But I'm not going to do that, because this part of the building is brand new. Because I can go up this narrow flight of stairs. Not too many years ago, this bit of roof here was leaking horribly, but they've put a new roof on and air conditioning. And then here we are in the newest part of the building. They call this the Elementary Commons, but it's got a good view. You can look down at the high school, where the library juts out, football field, bus barn, and playground, and the preschool over there. And then that's kind of the corner of the elementary gym. So we've got, what's this, first and second grade are in the newest edition, so 2 sections of each. And then up here, that used to be a first grade classroom, but now it's a hallway. And then this is the elementary gym. Oh my God, it's hot in here. This is original from the 1950s. And they use it for wrestling, which is over. So I don't know why it's so hot in here. At one time, way back, it was also the cafeteria. So through that door, which is now a bathroom, that used to be where the cooler and the kitchen and everything were. So the elementary guidance counselor used to have her office in the old walk-in cooler. So times have changed. So we walked up these stairs, and we're in the 1950s with a modern clock. This is where kindergarten and third grade are. I think kindergarten are down at this end, and then the other end, we've got third grade. And I don't know what all is up here. Honestly, I don't come up here very often, so something's up here. I just don't know what. And I have no idea what all the milk crates on the floor are about. This isn't my world. I'm in an alien place. So let's escape to the post office. Oh, now this used to be an office back when this building was the only thing here. I'm guessing some kind of principal, or I don't know, was in here. It looks like they must just use it as storage or janitor's closet. I really have no idea what this is all about. I'll try to remember to put the actual tour I did of this a few years ago in my video description. So, to my surprise, somebody actually bought the old hospital. And this is an old building with asbestos problems and everything. We actually have a new hospital. So far, he just seems to be using the parking lot for who knows what. I don't know if he's building a militia or what. But I'm curious to find out what actually ends up happening with this. That's the backside of the Lutheran church. That's a really big church, actually. One part of the old hospital is now a dental office. I guess it's, even though they're physically connected over there, it's not internally connected, so whatever. And then the daycare here. And that's sort of a side view of the Methodist church. A little bit older style church than the Lutheran church. Pretty big though. You know, I've never wandered through it, but I think there's a lot in it. The wind picked up, so I may have to add sound later, but this long ago was the high school gym. And there was an old 3-story brick high school on the other side of it, but that burned down in 1975. And then there's the pool. This is the park where I've shown Festival of Lights for the holidays 2 years in a row now. Not quite as cool without all the lights, but there's a couple still here. And just a little view of the playground that's part of the park. Maybe I'll stop walking so you can actually see it without getting seasick. So, there you go. And the back side of my dentist's office. 2 major highways meet in my town. This is the north-south highway, and we're looking north here. Yeah, this is about as busy as it gets. Once in a while I have to wait for a car. I see a car coming right now, but I think I'll get across before they get here. While crossing the highway, I got jumped by a huge 15-week-old lab puppy. That was the grocery store years ago, no longer. And somebody's bought it though. I guess the Bros Engineering is going to use it for lab space or something. And here's a look up Main Street on about 11 o'clock on a Saturday morning. It's a small town, so not exactly bustling. And here's a look from the other side of the street. That Utex Bootery has now become a restaurant, so you know, when I feel safe going into restaurants again, I want to try it. But when I moved here, that's where I bought my winter coat the first time I needed to replace one. And you know, it sold useful clothing, and I guess I can't complain too much. At least we've got food. And the theater, which is for sale, and they are actually showing movies. Not real sure what they do with this business, but it looks like some welding and metal work. And we actually have a frame shop and a empty facility, a sign shop. So I'm about a block off Main Street now. Oh, and they also do weightlifting in the back of the sign shop. And then there's, I don't know what this is, but a yellow building. Of course, I had to dress appropriately at the post office, and I just picked up a Mercurit fountain pen, so I'm excited to look at that. But lots to do today yet. There's some flowers in the back of the library/lawyer's office. We even have a furniture store in town, kind of a block off Main Street. A really nice museum that I really need to figure out how to take you through sometime. And it's got that barn thing back there has a big, huge addition on it. I haven't been in it since they did that. And here, where that porch is, when I moved here was a great steakhouse, and apparently it is again, or will be. They haven't opened it yet. And in the background there, you can see the grain elevators, but I'm told in a month that'll open, not quite as a steakhouse, but at least as something. And here attached to the lawyer's office, I've got a subscriber who's a librarian. So this is the library, and not open right now. It's 11:30 Saturday morning, but at one time this was a coast-to-coast hardware, and then later on it became the Owl grocery store, and then it stood abandoned for a while, and now it's a library. And we've got a whole bunch of free books. I will not look because I'm scared I might find something I want, and I've got too many books anyway. But I think they did a nice job on it. I think that's a neat archway thingy. And they've actually had to expand this library, so until the pandemic, they were doing something right. Economic development here. They've got a meeting room, kind of I forget what they call it, this main space. It's like where you can start a business but move on. Got my home loan there. Then we got Hibachi House is empty. A couple businesses up here. I think all but one have something in them right now. And you can buy Fords here. No electric vehicle plug-ins, but at least there's something. And here's the other side of Main Street. And if you look up, you can see the buttes that kind of give the town its name. Okay, I'm walking up north just to show you something. So that Dale's Clothing is empty. Urban Obsession sells women's clothes. Then beside it is a church. I guess this hibachi house is empty right now too. I posted an article a while ago about this guy getting stolen. You can see he's a little worse for the wear, but it's a wooden carving of a football player. Got kind of a discount store and supply. Oh, I'm glad I saw him. Our newspaper in the area is in here. And here, this will give you a better look at the new restaurant, which I haven't tried yet. So, he's trying to keep as much of the original as he can, which I think is kind of neat. But, yeah. So, a little early to have lunch. And then there's a bar next to it, and the theater. So, I've never heard of it, but that's what's playing. Yay. And let's see, nothing about what's coming. And there's our schedule if you want to catch a movie. Sure looks to me like this town may be caught in the past. And here's the old grocery store again. That sign now hangs in the new one. And here's a former student modeling for economic development, I guess. I'm not sure what's going on here, but they've got, utility marks and the utility flags. So I feel like something's going to happen. And then this is a cool old house, although I painted a different color, green maybe. But this has become a insurance place, or maybe a wealth investment. I'm not sure what they do. I guess I'm not rich enough to shop there, but anyway, that house was on the market for a long time, so I'm glad somebody bought it. And then over here is where I bank. They actually own the old building where my house home loan is, so it's through the same bank. It's just a different part of their business, however that works. So sort of a cool looking building, I think. I don't know, looks sort of Western to me, but modern. Hey, it's what I've got. This is a bar slash restaurant thingy. They've added outdoor seating, which is interesting. There is a Catholic church in town, so here it is. I'm not Catholic. I always kind of liked this orange house here. I wish somebody could buy it and fix it up, but I think they're slowly working on tearing it down. But just a nice looking small house. You know what? Maybe somebody is working on the house, because I see what looks like sawhorses and wood in the backyard. Guy just thought this sign was funny. Take all three and make one good bike. Okay, so headed home. This is the street I live on, for what it's worth. And it turns out I'm not the only person in this town with a small house. I think the garage in this house is bigger than the house itself. And back home temporarily before I head back to the school to do some more work. I'm pretty excited. I just saw some flowers are up in my flower bed. Let's take a look. Yep, I've got flowers blossoming. Okay, and I have some daffodils that'll be up soon. I might as well put these away because even if it snows, I refuse to shovel. And bedroom window needs some painting. Okay, and I don't usually do unboxing videos, but I really want to look at this pen, so we'll let you share the experience. Okay, I don't have all my lights up, but we'll make it work. And of course, I will keep this upside down to protect any identities. So when I talked about pen packaging last night, yeah, what are we going to do with that envelope? So inside the envelope, we've got a receipt, some kind of tropical fruit candy. Receipt, obviously I'm hiding because it's got identifying information on it, but it is all in German. Nothing else in the envelope. So I would say this is likely recycled pen packaging, so I appreciate that. And trying to get this tape off. Gosh. Maybe I'll have better luck on this side. I'll probably have to edit some of this out because who wants to watch me picking at tape? Wow! It's this rubbery surface and the tape just loves it. There we go, making progress. All right, oops, I just peeled part of the rubber surface off. But oh, it's a soccer player. Huh. I'd love to know what was originally in that box. So you open it up to a lime green interior, which is definitely not of the era of this pen. Open up the pen. And this is badly lit, but this is let's turn this light this way. I'm just using desk lights. Oh, I got one more I can turn on. This is a Mercurit fountain pen, probably from the 1930s. This is a squeaky, must operate the piston. And you unscrew the cap, and we have a very interesting ink window. And, Mercurit nib. I will have to investigate further. I don't see anything written on it, so I don't know if that's steel or gold. But it feels fairly smooth. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited to try this puppy out. So you'll probably be seeing this sooner rather than later. So lunch is next on the agenda, and then back to school for a while to do a few more hours of the class and hopefully finish up my whole cleaning project. And then I think I'm going to go back tomorrow. I've got a 66 chemical lab that I want to mix up well, it's not 66 chemicals. The kids are going to make 66 chemicals out of what I provide. I forget what all I have to make, but anyway, I'm going to mix it up tomorrow. Because I think a few more hours of this, I'll have had enough of the place. I'll be ready to do something for me. Actually, one thing going on this afternoon that I'm pretty excited about, we have a new garden store opening because we haven't had one before. It has a greenhouse and everything. So it starts at 1, goes till 5, and it's by invitation only. And the owner's husband is my boss, so I got an invite. So I'm going to go out there because I want to see what they have. But for now, it's back to work. All right, so for my next adventure, I'm headed out to that garden store I was talking about. It's now 4 o'clock because I ended up doing a call on Microsoft Teams with a student. But anyway, that's supposed to last till 5, so we'll see what's out there. So I get to fire up the camera. I'm going to hit the grocery store afterwards, and then I'm going to dig through this plethora of footage I took today, see if there's anything worthwhile pulling out of it and making a video out of. Just getting going, but not officially open yet, so it's still a little messy. But there you go, new garden store. So pretty small haul, but I'll be back and get some more garden stuff. Just kind of early to be starting, but couldn't walk out of there barehanded. This will be a good one to hang in the classroom. All right, so I'm home again, and it's a couple days later, and I just thinking, okay, that footage did not have an ending. It had a beginning, it had all the other stuff, but it did not have an ending. So this is my ending. Right now it's evening. It's actually Tuesday evening, so I had to think for a minute. And those plants that I bought are sitting outside because I'm trying to harden them up. I'm going to pull them indoors in just a few minutes because the sun is going down, as you can tell. And I had a very productive weekend. I don't know what else to say, and you got to share in it. So, absolutely no larger message in all this, just a good productive weekend, a good time that I had. So, hope you enjoyed, and I have to film once this light goes away here because it's kind of awkward for video stuff. I'm going to film the talkie part of a Hungarian PAX. I got to do the talkie part of that video for an upcoming first impression, which should be tomorrow. So, hope you enjoy. Well, thank you for watching. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.